How many times have you driven past the Nanaimo Airport, known as YCD, and thought, oh, there's the airport, and you kept on driving? We've done it 100 times, but have you really stopped to think and take a look at what's going on here? This is a great regional airport and it's doing a whole lot more than you think. Where can you fly from here? Connects directly to Vancouver, Kelowna and Calgary, plus Edmonton seasonally, which we'll show on this map over here. We're gonna get to go behind the scenes today with special access to explore some fun and different elements on what makes this place tick. So stay tuned and see why you should consider making this quick, stress-free trip instead of battling ferries for all of your connecting flights. It's an awesome option that gives you back time and saves that travel stress.
Right off the top, let's talk parking. Is it expensive to park at the Nanaimo Airport? Actually, the long-term parking here is surprisingly affordable, especially when compared to Vancouver. So what are the actual savings? You can park here for just $14 a day for the first 7 days, and then it drops to $9 a day. You compare that to Vancouver, YVR parking is $67.75 per day. And Hullo ferry, which is $14 for a day, and then $25 for each additional day. You save what you would spend driving your vehicle over on the ferries and paying for parking all the way over there.
So here behind me is a pollinator garden. What a zen alternative to regular landscaping. A nice little connection to nature to de-stress before or after a travel day. This garden provides a natural habitat for pollinators right in an area that normally would be void of it. Heading into the friendly Nanaimo Airport terminal, it's small, compact, manageable, and still friendly. One big traveler question that comes up often is, are there any amenities or restaurants to grab a bite here? As long as you arrive early, this is the perfect time to visit Connections Cafe. This is like a little hidden gem. It feels like a labyrinth with a whole hidden area around the corner. Order your food from the friendly ladies behind the counter, or grab a cerveza or drink from the licensed bar. Make sure you get something for your flight as well. Another big question that really shows the huge benefit at YCD is, how early do I need to arrive for my flight?
The lines are so small and the staff are friendly. We have seen people check in and clear security in less than half an hour. One of the big savers here is the future time that it will save you. Once through security here, you don't have to do it again in Vancouver. For most destinations, you'll already be screened and relaxing while you wait for your connecting flight. No ferry wait, no double security wait. On a personal note, I saw firsthand how great this was when traveling this winter. There was a backup through security in YVR that was actually over 3 hours. We actually walked past that lineup on the way to our connecting flight, and that was such an amazing feeling. Once you get through security and you get to the newly updated sitting area, it's bright, it's clean, and it has some stunning Indigenous art pieces. Did you know that the biggest passenger jet now that Nanaimo handles is the Boeing 737 MAX 8? The floor-to-ceiling windows give a great vantage point to watch those planes come and go. And we're going to see one land from a very different perspective in just a few minutes.
Okay, so those are the main areas most people see, but we're not like most people today. What does an airport actually need to run out of sight? So we're gonna hit another door or three because we have a VIP pass. Whew. Awesome. And boom, we're on the roof. We're heading to the front of the terminal right now, hopefully in time to watch a 737 land. So watching from the terminal is one thing, but this is next level. Well, that was certainly invigorating. Such a different way to look at things. Imagine being up here watching the snowbirds. So it is the Planet Hollywood plane. This is a WestJet plane. No, we don't fly to sunny destinations quite yet in Mexico, but still exciting to see a 737 up here. That makes me want to travel. Well, that is the first big adventure. Now we're gonna head down and we're gonna do something that I've wanted to do forever. We are going to follow the luggage. Let's go. And boom, this is where your bag goes once it clears security here. Well, that's the main terminal, but there's so much more to the airport. There's the tarmac, there are the aprons, and there's lots of hangars and buildings. Let's go look at a few other cool buildings that help this place run. We're gonna start here in the Aircraft Rescue Firefighting building. These Oshkosh ARF trucks look like something out of a science fiction movie. We're gonna be able to get inside of one of these, and we're gonna be able to go for a spin. Let's go take a look. Oh yeah, this thing's awesome. It's definitely like a spaceship. I wonder if they'll let us take a ride in it.
Kiel and Nanaimo, Grand Advisory, taxi at your discretion. Are you outbound again later?
Yeah, we'll be on a pretty good, quick turnaround.
Sure, you can hold on to the code. We'll talk to you later.
Kansas City, Yankee, Jackson.
You see how you get out? Oof, oof, bro. Oof.
Left 2 negative, proceed on to Taxiway Golf, hold short, runway 1634. At the hold line, contact Nanaimo Radio 122.1.
Heading into other areas, we have fuel stations, lots of private hangars, and the aprons. We have Taxiway G, which is a notable one. For those of you who speak military or airport, this is a very cheeky name for this taxiway, as it takes you to a parking spot where golfers can fly and park their own planes to access the Cottonwood Golf Course. This puts a whole new element to the $100 hamburger idea, where private plane owners fly somewhere just for a meal. This makes it even more expensive for a golf outing, but also makes it more epic as you're golfing with the unique backdrop of airplanes coming and going. How dependable is it to fly from Nanaimo? The Nanaimo Airport already has a 97% dependability rating, and it's aiming to get even better with lighting improvements that were completed in January. Nav Canada has officially lowered the minimum descent altitude for the runway instrument approach procedure to 250 feet, the lowest possible for a non-precision approach, and it's the lowest in the airport's history. This new minimum represents a 43% reduction on the previous MDA of 441 feet, and has already shown to significantly improve safety and operational reliability during poor weather conditions.
There's a bunch of navigation lights in the middle, and these are navigational aids. Compared to other flight methods like float planes that can get fogged in, this really makes it a dependable method of travel for connecting flights or even just to get to the other side of the pond. When people think of the airport, they think of the major commercial air carriers that fly from here, such as Air Canada, WestJet, or Pacific Coastal Airlines. But what people don't realize is that there are hundreds and hundreds of private flights coming and going at all times.
We hope you had as much fun with us going through the airport today. And not only that, we hope you get to see how much of a benefit it really is to get over to the mainland on a quick 11-minute flight, as opposed to hours of waiting for the ferries. As good as those triple O burgers are, we think you should take your time back for yourself. Oh, I love watching those things take off. Take away the stress or start your vacation unwind early by taking off from the Nanaimo Airport. If you're planning a move to the central Vancouver Island area, the dependability and ease of access at YCD is one of the many great reasons why Nanaimo is such an awesome place to live.